There's the sign. This might be officially the coolest hike I've ever done in my life. Honestly, I don't even know if the view can get any much better than this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Ania. I am headed to the Santa Cruz Island as part of the Channel Island National Parks. We're going to be staying there overnight. We've got our gear packed up in the cargo section of the boat, and we're excited to show you around. We currently have about an hour boat ride. There's also a fuel trip happening right now, so there's lots of children running around on the board. So I'm a little worried for them, but other than that, everything's fine. I hope I don't get motion sick because that happens to me once in a while. It's honestly kind of crazy to just get into the Pacific Ocean and not see any land around us. We finally got off the boat. The motion sickness almost got to me, but I refused to give in. And we're finally at the Santa Cruz Island. It's absolutely amazing. The whole ride here, it was cloudy. You couldn't see anything. Like 5 minutes before we arrived to the island, the sky cleared up and the sun came out. So we're actually able to see the island, which is pretty cool. We just got a little orientation spiel from the park ranger, and we're ready to go set up camp and do some hikes and potentially go up there and see what's the visibility like. There's the sign. We've now set up our tent, had a little snack, and now we're hiking up to the Potato Harbor. It's supposed to be a very beautiful view of the ocean and the island. It's gonna be about 2 miles each way, so like about 4 miles round trip. And we're excited to get some dinner going after that as well. We are pretty hungry, but we decided to do the hike before eating. Honestly, I don't even know if the view can get any much better than this. And we're only about quarter way into our hike. It's absolutely unbelievable to see the ocean and to even think that we're on an island about an hour and a half away from the mainland. The island also has lots of plants that are unique to the island. And this island is the only place on Earth where some of these plants grow. Before getting on the boat, one of the workers has asked the passengers to clean off their boots, and there is specific spray provided so people don't bring in non-native invasive species into the island, because it takes a lot of work to get rid of those and bring it back to the original condition. One of the cool things about hiking on the top of the island is you're pretty much on the same level as the clouds. It's pretty incredible. I wonder how the sunset's going to be like on the island. As I'm hiking more here, I'm thinking what it would be like to stay here for a couple of weeks, just away from the noise and the chaos. Since your mom and I are doing this trip as part of our graduation celebration, we're able to finally turn off our brains for a little bit and just relax, take a breather, and not have to worry about homework assignments for the next week or the finals coming up. We're proud of ourselves, and that's why we deserve a trip like this. We are definitely on top of the world. Maybe not physically, but metaphorically we are. So blessed to be here today. We made it to the potato harbor. I thought the views couldn't get much better on the island, but they certainly can. This might be officially the coolest hike I've ever done in my life. The weather's absolutely perfect. The sun is shining right above me. There's some bees flying, I'm not sure if you can tell. It's hard to believe that I am sitting on top of an island looking at the ocean and just observing wildlife and birds and different animals in the water, because I can't really tell from far what kind they are, but it's absolutely amazing. One minor thing though, it's a little annoying. There are a couple of people playing music on their speaker, and I did not get to an island and hike 2 miles to sit here and listen to somebody's music, which is pretty annoying. Anyway, don't do that. If I take that away, this is probably the coolest, one of the coolest experiences of my life. That's the hike. We're gonna head back and get some dinner started. We just came back from our hike and immediately put some water to boil. And for dinner tonight, I'll be having some lasagna. Just boiled some water and I'm gonna pour it into the dehydrated meal. Wait about 8 to 10 minutes and stir and enjoy. Okay, hopefully I don't burn my hands right now. There you go. I'm just gonna close it and let it sit here for 8 to 10 minutes again. Pretty excited because I'm super hungry. Okay, so I waited more than 10 minutes. I waited about 15 just because I don't want to eat halfway cooked meal. And this has to be the most unique lasagna consistency I've ever seen. Obviously, you're not going to get the classic lasagna in a dehydrated meal, but it just looks like someone put lasagna in a blender, and I think that's probably what actually happened. So let's see how it tastes at least. Not too bad, actually. Not too bad. Out of the backpacking meals, I think I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. Not too bad. Okay, we just finished our dinner. The meal was pretty filling, at least on my end. I truly enjoyed it after a day of snacking and waiting until a proper meal. And now for the dessert, I'm gonna have this protein bar that looks like just a chocolate bar, honestly, with Reese's peanut butter cups with 20 grams of protein. So I don't know if it's healthy or not, but I'm gonna have it for dessert because I can. So the chocolate's a little melted and doesn't look the most appetizing, but that's okay. It definitely tastes like it's supposed to be healthy. I know, whatever that means. Once I'm done with this, we're gonna go to the beach and look at the water up close. We just got in the tent. It's about 8 p.m. We're extremely tired. We've been hiking all day. We've been on the boat. Got a little nauseous and had to recover from that. So it's been a long and tiring day. We've got our sleeping bags out. It's not going to be as cold, but we're going to use them as blankets. And for now, before going to bed, I'll read my Kindle I think the choice for tonight will be a book on real estate investments. So, yeah, I'm gonna go to bed, probably gonna wake up as the sun rises, and do another short hike and head out from the island to the mainland at about 11 in the morning. So, I'm gonna wind down and see you tomorrow. Good morning. As you can hear, there's a pretty nice alarm right outside the tent. It's been waking me up for the last hour and a half. If you're sleeping in nature and you get an alarm like this, you will definitely not sleep through your alarms. Time to get up. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and start packing up the tent and prepare for our ferry ride back. As you can see, this is the very famous island fox that sneaks around and tries to find food, hopefully not in your tent. But we've seen a couple, I don't know if that's the same one yesterday or not, but we've seen the fox 3 times on the island so far. They're very small, they look like, cats, honestly, just weird body composition. And yeah, it's probably getting some food leftovers from people who wash the dishes there when they're not supposed to. So I'm just glad it didn't come to our tent at night, otherwise I'd freak out a little bit. Also, we just had a little bit of breakfast and I'm finishing up packing. My last thing is to clip the sleeping pad outside the pack, and we've cleaned up our campsite as well. So we're just gonna head to the water and wait for a ferry, maybe check out the visitor center on our way out. Okay. We got on the boat to go back to the mainland. We've absolutely enjoyed our overnight camping trip, so I appreciate you guys watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and maybe even leave a comment about your favorite camping trip you've done. So I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.